More news, rumors and opinions Sunday p.m. June 16, 2024. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. The industry opens the door to investment in the Al-Khaim phosphate plant. The 12th of June 2024, Anbar Governor's Advisor for Energy Affairs, Aziz Khalif Al-Tarmuz, announced today, Wednesday, that the Al-Khaim phosphate plant will soon be transferred for investment after a hiatus that lasted for more than 15 years. Al-Tarmuz said, a large number of investment companies have submitted their papers to obtain this investment opportunity. He added, it is hoped that the project will be referred to one of the international investment companies within approximately 45 days. He continued, the value of the investment contract is about $3 billion, as the plant is considered one of the most important sovereign strategic projects that serve the economy of Iraq and Anbar. He explained, the ministry closed the tender a week ago, awaiting its referral to the relevant international companies. Revealing the embezzlement and waste of 200 million dinars of public money in an Iraqi governorate. June 14, 2024, the Federal Integrity Commission revealed, on Friday, that an arrest warrant had been issued against a former official in the Samawa Municipality Directorate for embezzling nearly 200 million dinars of public money, in addition to issuing an order to bring in 2 officials in the directorate. The Government Information and Communications Office indicated in a statement today that the work team consisting of the staff of the authority's investigation office in Muthanna, which moved on, the 12th of June 2024, to the Samawa Municipality Directorate, revealed, after investigation, auditing and review work, the existence of financial violations and cases of embezzlement of money. This year, it was carried out by the former municipal collection official, explaining that he cut off the collection receipts for the real amounts owed by the citizens and collected from them, and tampered with the second copy of the carbonated receipt by registering it with amounts that were less than the real amounts actually deducted. The office continued that the accused was paying the smaller amount to the directorate's fund, based on the carbonated copies that he tampered with, explaining that the audit work concluded that, as a result of tampering with the receipts and distorting the amounts and their dates, in order to overcome the payment delay period, an amount of 198,920,467, 198 million dinars of public money was wasted. He continued that the judge of the Integrity Investigation Court in Muthanna issued an arrest and investigation order against the accused, the former collection official in the Samawa municipality, in addition to bringing in the accounts, control and internal audit officials there, based on the provisions of Article 315 of the Penal Code. BRICS, $517 billion in unrealized losses hits U.S. banking system. Geopolitical analyst, June 15, 2024. While the BRICS alliance is strengthening its banking system, the U.S. seems to be on a downhill. In the last 3 years alone, 15 U.S. banks collapsed, renewing fears of financial instability across the homeland. Banks such as the Republic First Bank, Citizens Bank, First Republic Bank, Signature Bank, Silicon Valley Bank, and First State Bank, among others, collapsed in the last 3 years. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, published the latest report that the U.S. banking system is looking at an unrealized loss of $517 billion. The FDIC also stated that U.S. 63 lenders are currently on the brink of insolvency. The banks are now saddled with more than $500 billion on the balance sheets in their papers. The development shows that the U.S. banks are at risk while the central banks of BRICS are massively accumulating gold. While the unrealized losses are only on the balance sheets, they could become a liability when the banks require liquidity. The number of lenders on its problem bank list rose significantly last quarter, reported FDIC. This puts the U.S. banking system under pressure as BRICS is dumping U.S. treasuries and the dollar. In the last 7 months alone, BRICS member China has sold $72 billion worth of U.S. treasuries. The BRICS alliance is also spearheading the de-dollarization movement by convincing developing countries to end reliance on the dollar. The number of banks on the problem bank list, those with a Camel's composite rating of 4 feet or 5, increased from 52 in fourth quarter 2023 to 63 in first quarter 2024. The number of problem banks represented 1.4% of total banks, which was within the normal range for non-crisis periods of 1% to 2% of all banks. Total assets held by problem banks increased $15.8 billion to $82.1 billion during the quarter, read the FDIC report. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.